Hi, it's Maya Trez here, and Happy New Year. Welcome to 2020. And today we're going to go through our 2020 vision, how to make dreams, plans, and visions come to life. Really, how do we make things happen? And I also come from the belief that we have a creator who has a divine plan for our lives. And that might make you think, well, what is the point in us sitting down with pen and paper and writing our lists of things and places that we want to go and do if our path is laid out for us, if there's a creator that knows everything and has it all worked out? I really believe he's given us more power than we realise, and the power to co-create with him, and the power of decision, and it's the decisions that shape our lives and change our destiny. And that is up to us. That's a responsibility that we have. In my experience, it's all I can go on in my own experience, and also I suppose from studying successful people in life. What is it that they have done to get where they are? Why are some people more successful than others? Why do some people seem to get all the money and others don't? What is it that they're doing, or what is it that we're doing wrong? So through a search of this, I was able to tap into a few wee strategies that they embodied and took on, which I found really, really helpful. And I've got a list of experiences in my life where I was able to manifest and make dreams come true. Everything from trips to America, free tickets to Hollywood, whatever it may be, and just to be able to create it. And it's like in the beginning, God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. It was in His Word. Thoughts become things, and what we say comes true. You hear that saying all the time, be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. I really believe that's true, and that's why it's really important to follow step number one that I'm going to share with you. I learned this from Tony Robbins, which I can guarantee he learned it from his mentor and his mentor before that, and it all basically goes back and back and back until the beginning of time. And one of the most popular books in the world is the Bible, and it's just that the word, the power of the word. So know your outcome is step number one. What is your outcome? What is it that you want? And getting that vision in your mind's eye and seeing it really, really clear, whatever it may be. It could be your dream house, it could be a dream holiday, it could be your dream man or woman, whichever you prefer. And just really getting specific with it, and knowing again, if it's a university that you want to go to, we have an intention that we set in our minds, and that's something that we can aim towards. And Tony would say it's like a plane leaving London to go to New York. It puts it under the sat nav, this is my destination. Along the way, there may be road works on the path of whatever, or the turbulence in the air that kind of shifts you back to forth. But at the end of it, you do end up at the final destination. So being able to adapt and move as well. But ultimately, step number one, know your outcome. Where do you want to go? Really good question. Step number two, know your reason why. This is probably the most important step, because a lot of people say, oh, I want to give up smoking, or I want to lose weight. And you say the intention, but you don't really know the reason why you want to do it. And there's a very powerful force, and it's called leverage. Leverage is where, you would hear people saying, can you change somebody? And a lot of people would say, well, I'll ask you, can you change someone? No. Okay. Well, if you had enough leverage, you actually can. Leverage is, a mother will do more for her child than she'll do for herself. We will tend to do more for others than we'll do for ourselves. And that's an example of leverage. So know your reason why. For me, why do I do what I do? I want to help people. I want to serve people. I know that the ultimate fulfillment in life is in service to others. It's helping other people. Why do I get up and do a video like this? Hopefully somebody that's watching it, if you're still tuned in and you haven't switched off like probably 97% of other people, if you're still here, then you're in the top 3%. And that's all it takes. That's why there's people in the world that are more successful than others. They have a staying power. They stick with it. Even after they fail, they keep going, they try it again. And I love that, because they have a strong enough why they want to do it, why it's a must for them. A lot of people, it's I must not. From again, I'm going to keep bringing it back to me. What's my experience? Why do I do what I do? I was sick for a long time, and I know life is so short. So I personally don't want to waste a day. Life is precious. I want to live it to the full. It's an absolute gift. That's the belief that I have, and my life I will give in service to God and what the greater good for my brothers and sisters, whatever that is, that's my way. And that's a really good driving force when you have a belief like that. It gets me out of bed in the morning, because again, there's plenty of people that wouldn't be able to get out of bed. So having that as a mindset, it's so precious. Life's precious, and that is why I get up. So that's an example of a why. Number 3, and this one's, again, they're all really important, but take massive action. Take massive action. A lot of the time growing up, I was told, just pray and God will provide, pray and God will sort it out. And that's all well and good, but He also give us power. He give us the ability of decision and choice, and that we take massive action. It could be make a call, leave the job, leave the relationship, pick this university over that university, whatever it is. We are in partnership with the Creator, and we have the ability to co-create with Him. It's one of the gifts. It's, again, that choice and free will. People can choose to go one way or the other. So what action is it that you're taking? And again, just the importance of moving forward and making a decision, and to try and avoid procrastination at all time, because that staying still is probably worse than making the wrong decision, just sitting there in the one place. So for me, moving forward, taking massive action. And the beauty about the massive action is that step number 4 is you have to measure and notice your results. What's the results that you're getting? Are they successful? Is it useful? You know, I would hear stories about Oprah Winfrey and Walt Disney and anyone that kind of started out in their career, tried and pushed and knocked on this door, knocked on that door, and they weren't getting the results. They'll tweak it and they'll change their approach, and they will try something different. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. If you're not getting what it is that you want, it's because you haven't tried the one thing that works. And I love saying that when people say, oh, I've tried everything, I've tried every diet, every routine, it just doesn't work for me. I'm like, no, you just haven't tried the thing that works for you. And it's this thing that I have as well. Whenever I'm faced with something like that, it's I will find a way, or I will make a way. And I love that, find a way or make a way, and really just thinking outside the box, and I'll take another direction. So that's step number 4. Notice the results, notice what you're getting. And again, just following close on behind that is step number 5, change your approach. If you've measured and you haven't had any growth in an area, which I find it hard to believe if you haven't found growth, because failure, there's no such thing as failure, it's failure to learn, learning, growing. So that if you haven't found a lesson in it, I just find it hard to believe. So once you measure your results, check where it is that you're at, just kind of recalibrate on that number 4. You go into number 5, which is change your approach. Find another way and keep going at that. For me, with those 5 steps, know your outcome, know your reasons why, take massive action, notice your results, and change your approach. That's all helpful when you're creating this vision, to either have a notebook and write it all down in the notebook, or a vision board. If you're artistic and you've got nice creative ability, then do some cutouts and put it on a board and get nice pictures of things that you want to create as well. I always find that really helpful. And I would say I might even share an image of my vision board with you. It's quite personal, it's quite intimate, but a lot of the things that I've put on it have actually come true. So it's really exciting. This is just a wee bit of advice and help for entering into 2020. I hope it serves you. I hope it helps you. I hope you have the most amazing year of your life. The beauty about getting older is that life gets better because we get wiser and smarter at it. And I think that that's really a relief. I hope that all your dreams do come true, especially the ones that are for you, and just knowing the things that we have to let go of as well, and moving forward, and just celebrate any results, any success that you get. It's so important to reward yourself and acknowledge where you have had an impact and made things happen. Okay, thank you, and you'll see me again soon. God bless. Bye.